All right, let's this will be the last video, so let's check it out.
This is going to be controversial, but when it comes to the tried wife at 20 to single mom at 40 pipeline, y'all really have no one but yourselves to blame. What do y'all think the second wave feminist movement was all about? The grannies been told us. The aunties been told us. Our grandmothers had to fight the U.S. government to get bank accounts. And barely even 50 years later, y'all are voluntarily giving them up because Connor from English 101 told you he was going to love you forever. What? Y'all, please BFFR. We are so much smarter than this, ladies. Do not trust the relationship decisions you make at a time where your boobs are fully developed, but your brain is not. When you let a man have complete and total financial control over you, he will always eventually fuck you over. At the end of the day, they're always going to have the mindset of, well, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. The entire stability of your life cannot rely on a man that you marry in your 20s wanting you for the next 60 years. And vice versa, because the tea is, what happens when you wake up and you don't want him anymore? What happens when you're ready to walk away, but you have no job experience, no bank account, nothing, because your entire future relied on this guy, this one human being wanting you forever, or you wanting them forever. I love my man down. I would die for that man right now. I truly am in love with him from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head, but I will always love myself more. Always. I'm talking separate bank accounts, prenup, the works. Because when you fail to plan, you're what? Planning to fail. Always remember, if you don't take nothing else away from this conversation, always remember a man is not a plan. A man is not a plan. A man is not a plan. This is going to be controversial.
This is the thing, right? I'm surprised that she has a man. I'm surprised that she has a man that wants to be with her and wants to love her. If this is her true ideology, right? If this is how she thinks, and how she thinks is how she, acts in life, I'm surprised that there's a man that's willing to put up with this. Okay? And you look at this, right? I am fine. I am all agreement with prenups, with insurance, right? 100% insurance to plan for any scenario where, you know what, you're right, things can fail, right? There are chances where, you know what, nothing is perfect and possibilities of failure can happen. It can, right? That's fine. But this is a thing where it is a mindset that, you know what, is that is the mindset where, are you really a wife? Right? This is the thing where I just listen to it as like, how can this man be secure in, let's say, and I don't know if she's married or not, I don't know, in a marriage with a woman that thinks like this? How can he be secure in that marriage? And to think that, you know what, there are marriages that are lifelong marriages, right? There are. But it's like, it's great that you are already thinking that it's gonna fail. It's not gonna happen. It's great. This is the thing, right? Prenups are fine for the chance of failure. But to think that, you know what, it's going to fail, it's like, it just amazes me, right? So let's break it down, I guess.
But when it comes to the tried wife at 20 to single mom at 40 pipeline, y'all really have no one but yourselves to blame.
And what pipeline is that? Right? What pipeline is that? This is the thing, and let me tell you something, right? Marriages are predominantly divorces are predominantly filed by women. So if there is a pipeline, it's not by men's choice. It's women's choices, okay? Women choose to leave the family. Leave the marriage that they built, okay? It is not by a man's doing. It's not. And let's say you say, oh, cheating. Cheating happens about 50-50. And in most cases, and I believe, right, it's more women cheat than men. Just men are terrible at hiding it. Yeah, it's already like, see, this is the thing, right? A woman like this already believing in that, right? Believing in that it's going to fail mindset. I'm surprised, immensely surprised that she has a man. But, it shows me that men seriously have no self-respect. Men seriously have low self-esteem. They have no options, right? I'm probably saying that the man that went for this woman has zero options.
What do y'all think the second wave feminist movement was all about? The grannies been told us. The aunties been told us. Our grandmothers had to fight the U.S. government to get bank accounts. And barely even 50 years later, y'all are voluntarily giving them up because Connor from English 101 told you he was going to let...
What does that have to do with, like, fighting for bank accounts, right? And listening to single aunties and grandmas is what? That they couldn't make a relationship work. So you want to listen to people who couldn't make a relationship work. People who started the single motherhood epidemic. Right? That's great. This is the problem, right? And yes, I'm not black. Surprise, surprise. But I can tell you this. Dating predominantly black women and having predominantly black friends, being in the black community, working around black people, it is an epidemic. The destruction of families, okay? The creation and continuation of single motherhoods. That's the example you want to live from? Right? Here's a woman, right, that wants to spout feminism. And again, I'm surprised that she has a man. Okay? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that any woman that spouts the ideologies of feminism has a man. I'm really surprised. Because that man must be monster beta. He has no will or backbone of his own. Because for a woman to think that it is a great thing that my aunts and grandmas and moms, the perpetuators of single motherhood, is a good example to follow. Is a good role models that you want to emulate. That's what you want? Instead of, you know what? And I can tell you this, the difference between, let's say, the black movement, right? The black feminism movement, while, let's say, white feminism movement, is they still create families. While black women, they want to be the strong, independent, single mothers. That's great. That's great. And I think, and here's my tinfoil hat crap, right? Is that feminism in the black community was strategically put in there so you could help destroy black families, and create a generation of black single mothers. Create a generation of women that thinks like this, thinking the strong, independent singlehood, right? I don't need no man is a good thing, right? This is a thing where it is no man, and I don't know, I honestly, in my honest opinion, right? I don't know no man is saying like, I don't want any woman to work, right? I just want her to be home and, do nothing, right? Usually, right? Men that want women to quit their job is to find something that they are passionate about. Good men, right? The men that wants to be the provider and protector. They want their woman to actually find, you could make money, but find something that you're passionate about, not a job, right? Maybe something like a career, something that you are happy with that can fulfill you. It's like no man is like, saying like, I want a woman to just be solely dependent on me. No, it's not a great thing that men are like shackled with a burden of fully providing for a family. And I can tell you this, the shackles of fully providing for a family is not put on men by men. It is put on men by women. Because you do not know how many women say that, I'm tired of working. I'm tired of of grinding. Right? After giving birth, I don't want to go back to work. Plenty of women, that's the motive. That's how they go about it. Right? If they give birth, they don't want to work again. They're tired of it. They're tired of all the grind. How many women, right, complain about working every day? So, it is insanity to think that men love to fully be shackled, right, with the responsibility of fully providing for a family. Men ain't loving that.
Love you forever. What? Y'all, please BFFR. We are so much smarter than this, ladies. Do not trust the relationship decisions you make at a time where your boobs are fully developed, but your brain is not. You let a man have
This is, to be honest, right? Women have used this psychobabble, right? So often, saying that, okay, let's say you're 23, your brain is not fully developed enough. You're not smart enough to think about nothing. Yet, they still spout that you're strong, independent. You can, vote. You can smoke. You can drive. You can handle a gun. Right? You can give birth. See, this is the thing, right? Why do women like these feminist women who say that women in their 20s are not, their brains are not fully developed enough? Why do they not advocate for women in their 20s? You're not allowed to give birth. You're not allowed to vote. You're not allowed to do anything supposedly adult, right? You can't drink. You can't handle a gun. You can't do anything, right, as an adult. No, you can do all that, right? Hell, they advocate for, abortion and all that stuff, which is a very impactful deal. It's fine for you to do that in your 20s. Right? Feminism is fine for advocating that stuff. But being with a man, creating a family is, your brain is not fully developed enough to go through that process.
And total financial control over you. He will always eventually fuck you over. At the end of the day, they're always going to have the mindset of, well, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. The entire stability of your life cannot rely on a man that you marry in your 20s wanting you for the next 60 years. And vice versa. Because the tea is, what happens when you wake up and you don't want him anymore? What happens?
And this is the thing, right? I think this is indicative of feminism. Indicative of modern Western women. To spread this idea that, you know what? Hey, you might not want the man anymore, right? Or he may not want you anymore. Instead of, you know what? Marriage takes work. It is hard. So, right, you know what? Here's things that, you know what? You got to continue improving on. My sister, who was married for over 10 years now, she said, her advice is always, marriage requires work. Every Valentine's Day, they go out. They have to, he has to ask her out as a Valentine, for her to be his Valentine. Every Thursday, they go on a date. Effort, work. Not just saying, you know what? I don't feel it today. I don't feel like I love you today. Maybe I don't think that I love you anymore. Right? This fleeting controllingness of your feelings, which is most women, right? 100% controlled by their feelings, right? How they feel today, how they feel tomorrow, how they feel the next day, so on and so on. So if they don't love you anymore that day, that's it. Instead of, you know what, let's work on it. Because I made a commitment. This is the thing where women just like, the vows mean nothing to modern Western women anymore.
When you're ready to walk away, but you have no job experience, no bank account, nothing, because your entire future relied on this guy, this one human being,
this guy that you married, that you put years into with, right? This guy that you built a relationship with, this guy that you fell in love with, this guy that you said vows to, this guy that you said through rich and poor, through, you know, sickness and in health, through all these vows, right? This guy, this stranger that you said you love, and that you said that you will love for forever. Yeah. This is what women listen to. This is why I've said it before and I'll say it again. Women are terrible role models. They are terrible role models. They give terrible advice. Right? Even the sprinkling of saying like, yeah, prenups. It's good. It's not a bad thing to have insurance, but it's like a bad thing to, you know what? Being controlled by your emotions. It's a bad thing to think that, okay, not working on a marriage, that working on something that you promise commitment towards. Not working on something that, you know what? You love this person. Falling out of love is ridiculous to me. You wanted to be with this person. You spent years with this person. And then you just say you're falling out of love, that you want to leave. I just think it's disgusting.
You forever, or you wanting them forever. I love my man down. I would die for that man right now. I truly am in love with him from...
That's amazing to me. That a man who would date this woman hears that and is like, oh yeah, it's fine, I love her. It amazes me. Because you must have no self-respect.
The bottom of my feet to the top of my head, but I will always love myself more. Always. I'm talking separate bank accounts, prenup, the works. Because when you fail to plan, you're what? Planning to fail. Always remember, if you don't take nothing else away from this conversation, always remember a man is not a plan. A man is not a plan.
A man may not be a plan, but you do plan together with a man. This is a man you marry. This is a man that you're committed to. So this is a man you plan together with. This is the poison of feminism, right? The individualism of it. The I don't need no man. The I'm strong, independent. That you know what? I don't need a man. I want a man. But when you want a man, all he has to do is wait until you don't want him anymore. That's the thing with wanting. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. I don't know. It's like this right here sickens me. And this is why, yeah, I'm losing brain cells listening to this feminism crap. But this right here, right? This key ideology is why the creation of the Passport Bros have happened. And I can tell you this, right? Passport Bros has been synonymous with black men. I'm not, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I honestly believe the whole Passport Bro movement, not just like just men traveling overseas, no, strictly the Passport Bro movement, right? The name, the Passport Bros, have been created by black men. In my opinion, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've seen, at least from social media, It is black men predominantly in those groups, or, you know, voicing that movement. And so I assume that black men they're the ones who created that movement, the Passport Bros. Okay? And then you wonder why. Here's a black woman spouting the feminism crap, right? Living through the ideologies of her aunts and mothers and grandmothers. And then you wonder why. Why do the black men created the Passport Bros? Right? You wonder why. Because black men are sick of this crap. They are sick of this. Right? And I can't agree more with those men. And I feel bad. I really feel bad for black men. And you know what? It's like, I date black women too. So I feel their pain. I get it. Right? As much as you love black women, it is sad and infuriating and annoying to have to deal with this ideology. Right? Pretty much, right? The ideologies of the single black women, the single I don't know much about her, right? But in general, the whole single motherhood, right? The epidemic of single motherhood in the black community, right? Black men don't want to deal with that. Good black men, right? Stable black men don't want to deal with that. So this is why I said, right? It's a sad thing that you have good, right? In my opinion, good black men creating a movement, the Passport Bros, trying to pass on the words with other black men to say that there are better women outside of the U.S., outside of Western countries. There are better women. There are better black women, and there are better women of other races outside of Western cultures. It's sad. It is sad because women don't think of this. You are actually losing good black men because of crap like this. So this is the insanity, you know.